Afternoon, chaps. Myself, Gav Mack, and Stephen Cotton here for Two Up Top. It's the Game Day 37 review, part 3 of the week. Part 3. But it's only a little short and sweet one anyway. So, yeah, here we are. How are you, Cotton?
I'm not too bad, thank you. How are you?
I have had a fresh trim this morning, as I like to show off.
Did you go to Barbers?
I did indeed. I went to Milano's Barbers in Northampton, and it is really, really good. So anyone who wants to go for a trim, their name is just here, just underneath Milano's Barbershop, Northampton.
I'm saving mine for next week, Monday.
Yeah, make sure you do. Strong trim. Really enjoyed it. I like the guy in the second seat, and I think that's one I told you about, Cotton.
I went to like the fourth one down. I think the really young lad.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Definitely the spot to go get a trim if you're in the Northampton region. And also, did you know that you can Google Two Up Top and our name comes up first? There you go. Right then, let's dig into the games from yesterday. Let's start with Liverpool. Liverpool are the champions. We know that they're champions anyway, and they have received their trophy. So fair play to them. But I don't think they were expecting a game like this. Liverpool 5, Chelsea 3. Goals from Liverpool come from Keita, Trent, Wijnaldum, Firmino's first home goal of the season in the league, Oxlade-Chamberlain, and then Chelsea, they scored with who scored for Chelsea? It was Giroud,
Pulisic.
Yeah, Pulisic, mate, and Tammy. Right. Let's talk about Liverpool first. In fact, let's just talk as the game went on. Can we take a moment to appreciate how strong that strike was from Naby Keita?
Oh, it's unreal. It's not even just the strike. It's him winning the ball back and driving forward, and then it's just crack off the bar. You love to see it. Great strike.
It's about time as well, because, like, look, people that haven't watched a lot of Bundesliga football or don't really pay much attention to what Liverpool are doing are just like, oh, Naby Keita doesn't really do anything. Mate, Naby Keita's the guy. I know you've been a fan of him over the years. I've been a big fan of Naby Keita. He adds so much energy to the middle of the park. It's unreal. All he needs is a decent run of games, and he's got a ping on him.
It's poor man's Kante, and that's no disrespect to him or Kante. He's one day he might be as good, I reckon. But Keita is very, very underappreciated.
Yeah, the free kick was scored by Trent Alexander-Arnold. I think we've got a bit of beef about that, haven't we?
Yeah, I'm not having it. I know, obviously, we can't talk about Spanish goalkeepers at the minute, but I mean, it's not a competition. But I think Kepa's been slightly worse this season. But
I think the price tag doesn't help the scrutiny that he receives.
But Trent's 45 yards out. I might be exaggerating that slightly, but he is a distance, right? Now, you've put your wall where you put your wall because you know where he's aiming.
Yeah.
You know he's going for that top right-hand corner, right? Why is Kepa so far over? He's not hit it with a lot of... It's not like an absolute knuckleball howitzer that there's so much power on it. It's nice, floaty, top bins. By the time the ball reaches the goal, Kepa's still in the middle of the goal, just...
If he makes some form of effort towards it, I think he might get a touch on it. And if he gets a touch on it, there's every chance of saving it. So, you know, I'm very disappointed in Kepa anyway. I really like Caballero as a goalkeeper. The issue is he's 37 years old. He's at the end of his career. They need to find a version of him, I would say. But, you know,
a little bit younger, don't they? But it depends how much they want to spend. But do you think Kepa's genuinely thought that he's not going to shoot from that far out? And that's why he thinks he can whip it.
No. Look, you got to look at the way the wall's lined up. You got to look at the three Liverpool players in front of the wall, trying to help him out a little bit.
I'm trying to help him out, but there's no helping him out. Like, he shouldn't be conceding from that far out.
No, not at all. Wijnaldum bagged as well. I like Wijnaldum. And then just before half time, a little bit of dodgy keeping, I would say, from Alisson as well.
Yeah.
Now,
and then,
Liverpool fans are going, oh, you know, it was a really good save initially from Alisson.
And then, because when that went in, Alisson's screaming at his defence. Yeah. And I don't speak Portuguese, and I wonder if he's more angry at himself than he is the defence, really.
Yeah, but he was livid in it, and it showed. Now, Liverpool went 4-1 up, and it's game over. with Firmino's first goal.
Great goal.
First goal.
Great goal.
No Liverpool slander on here. Okay. Hey, look,
No,
I'm congratulating you. I'm
Yeah,
congratulating
we are.
you.
Congratulations.
I'm saying,
I've been saying
I'm also saying that it's poor
years.
positioning from Kepa as well.
Yeah, it is. It is bad. But yeah, the Firmino goal so nice. The cross is absolute pinpoint behind the whole defence, and the header's lovely. Great goal. Then was it Abraham that scored next?
Well, I just want to say, because when did Firmino score? It was like 55 minutes, I think it was. Then a moment of genius happened, and Pulisic came on.
Yeah.
And Pulisic changed the game in seconds. I know that Liverpool went on to win the game, and they fully deserved to win the game. Let me add that. So, Kev, wind your neck in. I know you're champions, but I must say, just the first ball that got put over to Pulisic, he's brought it down literally like there was glue on his foot.
Yeah.
And then nothing else happened from that move. But then the next move, he ended up dancing through everyone and getting the cross for Tammy Abraham to score. What a move! And they were saying, "Oh yeah, it's very much like Eden Hazard." I'm not saying, and I don't think they're saying that he is as good as Eden Hazard, but there are traits of it. And Pulisic is still in his very early 20s, and then his finish as well to make it 4-3.
Yeah, but how much time and space does he need with the ball in that box before he gets that shot away? He does about 3 keepy uppies before anyone closes him down, and we're not slandering Liverpool, but honestly, since before the restart and since after the restart, once they got that unassailable lead of points that no one was really going to catch, they have gone to sleep a bit. You wouldn't have seen Liverpool conceding those goals.
Let's have a look. We can have a look at title winners over the years, and as soon as you win the title, you've won the title now. It doesn't matter. We're champions. We could do what we like. We're going to put the foot off the gas. Look at Arsenal when they were champions the last time. It was going back a long time. Obviously, we're going back 16 years, but we had an opportunity to make history, and we made it. We did it the hard way.
Yeah.
We were drawing games left, right, and centre. There was only one victory after we won the title, and that was a bit dubious as well. We 1-0 down against Leicester, who had already been relegated on the last day of the season. So once you win the title, it doesn't really matter.
They'll take their foot off the gas, but I would say that watching their last 5 games, 4, 5, 6 games, it looks like they can be got at next year, and I don't think next year will be as foregone conclusion as it was this season.
Yeah, I don't think it would be such a walkover, but at the end of the day, if there was something that Liverpool needed to play for, they would be going out there and putting the game to bed. But Atletico Madrid style, yeah.
Oh, no, they didn't do it against Atletico Madrid.
No, they didn't. They had something to work for. Atletic's defence is brilliant, though. But the cross for Oxlade-Chamberlain, I mean, like, it was just hilarious just watching. Who was it in the end? Actually, was it Reece James who tried to take out Robertson? No, Jorginho. It was Jorginho tried to take him out.
Tried to just pull him back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Robertson was like, just get off me, and just went through. Baller. Absolutely brilliant performance there for Liverpool in the end.
I just want to say again, congratulations to Liverpool. Thoroughly deserved. Probably should have won it last year. So congratulations.
I know it's hard work you're saying that. So
no, it's football, isn't it? I'm a football fan, so I can appreciate good football.
Before we go on to Manchester United and West Ham game, there's a comment here from Deeks. How are you, dude? Question is, where do Liverpool look to strengthen?
Easiest answer in football: centre back. Lovren's not good enough. Matip isn't good enough. If you want to play him in the Carabao Cup, fair enough. Or if you're already qualified from your group in the Champions League, play him. But he's not good enough to challenge for titles. Gomez is great, injury prone, and still learning. If you put another world class centre back next to Van Dijk, that's Liverpool run riot for the next 5 years.
Would it be worth thinking of the idea of putting maybe Fabinho alongside Van Dijk?
He played at centre back and right back for Monaco.
I think it would be a good because but that way, if you could do that, then Thiago Alcantara coming in, he could play in the centre midfield role from a deep line playmaking position.
You've got Cater. You've got Cater that can play defensively. Honestly, I think a centre back is the key one, and if they are going to do it in a few areas, again, I know he's a little bit of a cult hero because he scored a few important goals the last year or two. When you're 0-0 with 10 minutes to go against Atletico Madrid or against City, you don't want to be bringing Origi off the bench. Yeah. And no disrespect to him, but I think showing more respect to Liverpool, I think they can do better than Origi as their other striker.
Origi could be a shout for Sheffield United. We were talking about that yesterday. Right then, here we go. Manchester United 1, West Ham 1. The goals come from Greenwood for Man United, equalising after Mikel Antonio scored a penalty. Now, there's a bit of debate going on as to whether it should have been a penalty. I'll look at it from multiple angles, and I would give it, but I would feel a bit. Ooh,
who's debating that it isn't a penalty?
Well, a lot of United fans are really.
Saying what? Let me guess that he's just protecting his head and he's protecting his face.
Yeah, I was thinking that his hits. He's a very long way away from him. He's a very long way away from him. But he's hit it with immense pace. And when you look at it in real time, how has the ball travelled that distance in that short amount of time?
Oh, mate, I'm not having the protecting the face thing because it's not even like he's kind of like turned and just put his hands near his face. They're here, mate. They're so far out in front of his body. He may as well have done a Superman punch and just got rid of the ball. Like, it's so, I'm not having it. And plus, I know we hate talking about, well, he's on X amount a week, but I'm going to do it. You're on 300 grand a week. We need, it's a must win. Well, it's a must not lose game for Champions League qualification. Sorry, man. Take one in the face. And do you know what? If he takes that in his face, they probably stop the game for a minute for a head injury, and we probably just have to kick the ball back to him. Danger's gone. There's no need to just. It's poor from him. And have you seen the video of Antonio and Bruno Fernandes laughing about it?
Oh God!
Have you not seen it?
Is it like a Mings Aubameyang situation,
mate? So Bruno Fernandes and Mikel Antonio are talking to each other, and then Mikel Antonio goes and starts laughing. The camera kind of zooms out a little bit and stood right behind Antonio as Pogba looking at him like. watching him mug him off. It's so good.
I'm gonna try and find that, and we'll retweet that out there, and we'll retweet that.
But quickly before we move on, good penalty, but Greenwood's goal, just that first touch stuck to his foot like glue, smashed with the left foot, no keeper saving it, too much power on it. Again, kids going places.
I love Mason Greenwood.
He's unreal, man.
He is a special talent, and he just looks so chilled and just so relaxed. He doesn't feel like there's any pressure on him whatsoever, and that's exactly what you want.
When we had to bring Rashford through for those games because of injuries and stuff, and obviously he scored on his Europa League debut twice. He scored against Arsenal in his Premier League debut.
Scored on his England debut, scored his under-21s debut, his Europa League debut, Champions League debut.
Even some games when we had to throw him in the deep end, sometimes he looked a bit rushed, and he did look like, not that it was all happening too fast, because he'd take it in his stride, but it did look forced at times, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was all on him. Whereas Greenwood, like you said, just doesn't look fussed, man. He's so cold.
What I love about him is, about his style of play, is that he can play through the middle as your ultimate number 9. He can play out on the wing. He will cut in. Sometimes he doesn't need to, because his right foot seems to be as good as his left. I mean, yesterday, the finish with his left peg, it was a lovely finish, but you know, he scored a couple of goals with his right peg. The one in particular against Bournemouth, I think it was, and I was just like, "Yeah, you naughty man."
His only problem at the minute is that Martial and Rashford are both still scoring. So while Martial's still scoring, Greenwood's not going to get a run through the middle, which I think is where he ultimately will end up.
Because you can interchange, and that's all you want, isn't it? You want that alternative option that you can deploy mid-game with the players that you got on the pitch without having to make a substitution to try and change the shape. You can change the shape with all three of those on the pitch. And especially if the opposition are trying to man mark, well, it's party time for those three, isn't it? Because all of them can operate through the middle, all of them can operate on the left or right.
And this season, they did the graphic on BT Sport the other day. This season, Greenwood has been clocked faster than both Rashford and Martial.
Yes, I saw that the other day. And I was like, oi, naughty man. But then this is now sort of playing into dangerous territory coming to the weekend, because who's going to finish in the Champions League? Who's going to finish just out of it? What happens now?
But like I said yesterday, we could have won yesterday and still finished 5th on last day of the season. Nothing changes. We've still got to get a point at Leicester. A point at Leicester guarantees us Champions League football, whether we finish 3rd or 4th. If Wolves can nick a point off Chelsea, that'd be great for us. I think going into the last day, people who will get Champions League, but I think Leicester are just going to miss out.
I think so too. And you know what? I'm absolutely devastated about it. It's weird because out of the 3 teams, I want them all to get Champions League football for all different reasons. You know, because I look at the form that Man United have put in since the beginning of the season, since the second half of the season, and I feel like they deserve it off the base of that. It's a shame that they didn't really pull it off at the beginning of the season, because you could say, well, if they did it at the beginning of the season, they wouldn't have anything to worry about. Okay, let's flip that around. Leicester had a wonderful first half of the season, and the second half of the season has been absolutely toilet. So, you know, why can you have that argument for Leicester but not for Man United? But then Chelsea, I want them to get it because Frank Lampard, rookie manager, first year, what a brilliant way of ending the season. So it's nice to actually watch it as a neutral, if you can say that now, because I think Arsenal are going to finish 10th. But we could win an FA Cup, and if we win an FA Cup, it'd be a successful season, as they say.
Exactly.
Oh dear. Well, I'm going to be back later on 5 o'clock, live at 5 with Alex Osborne and Stephen Buck. We are doing our top 5s, and this week is our best kits. And I'm not going to tell you what it is. I think Cotton knows what it is, but it's going to feature later on today, and it's arguably the best kit in the history of football.
Did I see you tag me in a tweet about this earlier?
Might have done.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I've got it, yeah.
Might have done.
Those people need to get back to me because I want one of them.
Yeah, those people really do. Honestly, I'm going to hammer them every day until they let me know where they got it from. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, as you see it going on the bottom of the screen, at 2 Up Top Football, on all social media platforms, including Twitch, including Periscope, where we're getting a few comments from there. Also, before I go as well, the guy who commented earlier on today, he said, "Oh, it's Kev, by the way. Look out for his tweets, and the 2 Up Top page tweet a lot of his stuff, because we do. It's like a draft pick of Premier League footballers of all time, and then we have matchups between them." You know, you just check out the Twitter, because I tweet all of the ones in it, because I've got a team in there as well. My front line is absolutely dangerous. So make sure you get involved, tweet and vote on those, because they are brilliant. And there's also an international one of that coming up very soon, which I think you guys will be interested in. But for myself and Stephen Cotton, you can Google us and we come up first. Did you know that? Thank you very much. And ta-ra.